money grip, roll your asses out. In a street brawl, I strike men quicker than lightning. You seen what happened in my last fight, friend? I then. L's a clever threat, a lyricist who never sweat. Comparing yourself to me is like a bench to a Chevrolet. And clown rappers, I'm bound to slay. I'm saying hi to all the duties from around the way. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now shit is so whack, nobody to that real hip hop. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here comes Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. What? Now let me get up in it. Wait, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Don't repent it cause the end of it is near. But don't panic, you can't function if you living in fear. Pay attention, you gotta listen to hear. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Put you on hold, get a specialist to walk you through. Quali, the flow captain, the fast, the slow rapping. I'm so cracking, you ain't heard, you should appear like closed captions. King of the bars, and I'm going hardcore. All my confidence comes from knowing God's laws. Banging on the system, fighting my kind of war. Loud as a whisper, quiet as a lion's roar. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here come Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it. It's for your spirit, son. Y'all hear me though? Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna spit for y'all. Now let me get up in it. Wait. Get it now, get it fast, get it right, get it big, get it live, get it done, get it tight. But you don't really hear me though. I spit it clearly so it's live out your stereo. To your heart while it's beating in your chest. As you speaking to execs in the seat behind the desk. To your spirit, nothing weaker than the flesh. So while you try to keep it fresh, you getting deeper in the debt. Real hip-hop is missing from the shelf. Yup, it's what you felt when you listen to yourself. Only a few is making cuts that finish. So before you spend your hard-earned spinach, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here come Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it. It's for your spirit, so y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna spit for y'all. Now let me get up in it. Wait. Yeah, blood of sounds coming out your speaker. I spit rounds like a 9mm. The youth today, they frown at the teachers. They ain't down with no leaders. They don't wanna wait just a minute. They like, what, nigga? Wait right there. I got reservoir dogs, you be missing the right ear. Get it clear, I figure it's my year. I'm everywhere making appearances and niggas' nightmares. Hear the words, peep the flow, check the cadence. What you heard is a pro, I'm so amazing. Don't front, girl, you know it's your favorite. New Kweli, yo, they running out of patience. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here come Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it. It's for your spirit, so y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna spit for y'all. Now let me get up in it. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here come Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it. It's for your spirit, so y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna spit for y'all. Now let me get up in it.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes.
I say a little prayer for you.
Let's see. I think we're going to have both of these running at the same time. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? There we go. Hey, Taters. Hi, Taters. Is this Tokyo? I think so. Hold on. Yep, that's Tokyo. I'm going to tell you where this is not my original idea. I stole this from someone else. They were talking. The conversation that they were having was interesting, but I found myself moving away from the conversation because watching him sit in a dark room with just a dim light. Hold on, let me put my headphones on. I could be yelling in the microphone and I don't even know it. Okay, there we go. He was sitting in a dim room, and he was sitting in a dark room with a dim light on him, and it was just so boring just to watch him. And then and that was a while ago, and so I tuned back into him because apparently he must have got the memo that people were interested in the conversation, but they were just not paying attention to the stream. And he had this on here. He had his thing was more beautiful, but he's on Twitch. Okay, he's on Twitch. Oh, freaking! Hold on a second. He's on Twitch, so the one he used, I think, is copyright content ID. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Okay, you guys are talking to me all early. Hold on. What's crazy in Japan about 10-15 years ago, the Japanese used masks as a fashion thing over there. Really? What a crazy thing to use as a fashion statement. Hey Tree, I'm going to send you a Twitter video via Streamlabs once I finish work. You should watch it. What is it about? Because you guys send me so many. I'm so burnt out on videos. You guys need to tell me what's the video about so you don't have to waste your time, because there's a lot of videos people send me every day, and I don't even watch 90% of the stuff they send me. Oh shoot, is that my phone? Damn it, I left my phone in here. Now I don't even know where it is. Did y'all just? Oh, here it go. Never mind. I'm about to turn that sucker off. Hold on. Okay. All right, well, we got it. Do not disturb. And there. So, it wasn't just a fashion thing. It was used for both anonymity, like in South Korea, and for sickness, like codes. Basic thing. Shamika giving her rant about black women. Who's Shamika? Do I know who Shamika is? Masks are the new burqas. I don't like stuff over my face unless I'm in a very, very cold environment. Then I like everything over my face. Because I'm cold. If I'm cold, I love everything over my face. But it doesn't get that cold down here like in Georgia. So I think the last time I had something over my face like that, I was in... where was I? I was in, hold on. I was in a very cold area. Hold on, where? In Europe, by the way. Czech Republic. I was in Czech Republic. That's where I was. I was in Czech Republic. It was cold. And I had, I'm basically just... I had a big old scarf over my face, and I had a nice wool hat. I was nice and warm. So there's that. Okay, so That's one thing I don't mind about wearing a mask. It keeps my nose warm. I also got to talk shit about people behind my mask. Remember? Nah, dude. If I'm gonna talk smack about people, I want them to hear it. Believe you me, if I talk about somebody, I want them to hear every word. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing about me. And I've always been this way. And I've always been this way. Usually, because you know, when I talk, if I didn't really make much growing up. I wasn't the type of person to make a lot of enemies. But if I did see somebody or there was somebody I did not like, and I talked about them to someone who may or may not tell them, I would purposely tell that person, hey, blah 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 blah, ain't this that? Go tell them. Go tell them I said that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, like, go tell her I said this. Go tell him I said that. So I want that person to know that the person I'm talking to, I want the person who I'm talking to know that I want them to tell exactly what I said, because I want the confrontation. And I want the person who they tell to let them know that I'm talking about you, but I want you to know that I know you know I'm talking about you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that I'm doing it. Like, it's not one of those things like, ooh, did you hear what Tree said? Oh my God. In the past Treehouse video, I think you said you are fond of her. She was at the CPAC 2020 roundtable of Black conservatives. Oh, the one with the afro, right? The one who talked about Candace. Oh, okay. I'll look at that. Yeah, I'll look at that one. I'll look at something like that. I think that's what you want. The one who was giving like the different, like there's a different type of black people. You got the this Will Smith's family, and then you got the something. She used a really good metaphor. I can't remember though. So, all right. Did Whoopi beat herself? Oh my God, you guys, listen. Okay, yeah, okay, great. I'll look at that. Dude, it's okay to gain some weight during COVID, but holy smokes, to sit up here and get that huge for Whoopi, to get that huge. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, I totally get it. It's a little harder. You got to put more effort into losing weight. But no, dude. And I thought I was the only one who noticed the fact that she has to have a box underneath her feet. That means she has some problems. That weight is causing some problems on her. She's having some circulation problems. And she called Trump all these kind of names. Anyway, I can't get into that. This is not the political show. This is not the political show. Okay, we don't do politics here. but it just goes to show you, like, and ladies, that's something I want you all to take into consideration. Who you surround yourself with? Dude? Like, really. I think it's so dangerous to surround yourself with people who just tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a problem with that online, and then I said, let me stop depending upon people online. Okay? Let me stop doing that. Let me depend upon my friends in real life. Because having been popular most of my life, I'm already used to people who will never tell you what you don't want to hear. They'll always like cater to your silliness. They'll cater to everything. But I also had people who were frenemies of mine growing up. And they always had no problem telling me what they thought. And I also had some really good friends. Sorry. Drinking my homemade soda. I told you all about a best friend I had. And I gained weight. When I was in Germany. And she was picking me up from the airport. And I knew I had gained a lot of weight. I know I had gained a lot of weight, right? And I got my bags, and I told her what part of the exit I was coming out of and at the terminal. And she was just drive up and just pick me up, right? I love telling this story. So she pull up and she helps me put my bags in the back of her car and everything like that. So she gets in the driver's seat, and I get in the passenger seat. And then before she pulls off, she looked over at me and she's like, girl, you sure is in love. I don't know if that's exactly what she said, but she said something to the fact, and she looked at my entire body. She's like, girl, she's like, you sure is in love. Oh, that's somebody on my other channel. I'm like, what's going on? So that's somebody on my other channel who joined my membership, who joined the YouTube channel. So anyway, so I was like, don't worry, girl. I'm aware. I was like, yeah, girl, I'm aware. I'm aware I'm fat. I'm totally aware I'm fat. So I'm gonna lose this. Trust me, I'm gonna lose this weight. And I did. I was there. I was home for the winter season, and I was there for 3 months. And I got back into, I got back into my vegan diet. I got back into working out heavy. I got back into everything. And so I lost the weight, and I came back home, I came back to Germany fit again. So there's that. But I love the fact that she did not let me get away with it. Okay? So there's that. Can you explain what she meant by, ooh, girl, you must be in love? There is a saying in the Black community that women who get into these loving relationships, the man gains weight and they gain weight. You know what I'm saying? So and it actually is part of the culture, even though I'm not part of the Black community, and my fiance at the time was a white German. Okay. So, but it's still, even though, I'm not part of the Black community, of course I come from the Black community. So it's it's a language that's understood to me when Black people are like, ooh, you must be in love, because it means like because all you're doing is cooking for the person, and you both eating, and you're just laying around, and you're comfortable with each other, and it does happen a lot with couples, when they get real comfortable with each other, they gain weight. And now he wasn't gaining weight. I was the one gaining weight because I had got off my vegan diet at the time. So, he's still, lifting in the gym and this, that, and the other. So he wasn't, gaining weight. I gained the weight. So that's where she looked at me like that. They both get cushy. Yeah, they do. So that's what she meant by that. And so, oh my God, I pulled my headphones out of my, okay, there we go, sorry. So when they're fit, it means they're players? No, it doesn't. That's a good question, Son Dorman. I keep forgetting a lot of you all not Americans. No. A couple who have good health habits, it just depends on that couple. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, it's I would have to say it's going to be really hard for me to get to that weight again because I'm in America and I'm not getting off my vegan diet and I'm constantly moving. And so, but I, you know, the food I cook for him is healthy foods. But I'm constantly on the move. I'm constantly on the go. And I don't get a chance to get in the gym every time I want to get in there, but I do like the fact that I do get a chance to get in there. So, you know, like tomorrow, I'm looking really forward tomorrow to, you know, for us we're supposed to be going hiking. And then after that, I get to have my little me time at the gym before going and spending the rest of the night with him on Saturday. So I need that little download time for me. Do you think that outside of the negative method, it's gone about with? Do you think that outside of the negative method, it's gone about with? Do you think about getting comfortable with one another? Girl, write that again. What? I may have to, you know what I may have to do? For some of you who want to just, because sometimes y'all type in the chat and I go, what are you saying to me? That maybe I just need to have the, I'm lost too, Lion Blues. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Type that again, Sweets Parade. I may have to open up the, I don't feel like opening it up right now, but in the future, I may have to open up the Discord so y'all can come up in here and ask me questions, because when y'all type in here, I'm like, I don't know what you're asking me. But anyway, so there's that. But this has everything to do with self-awareness. That's what I want you all to understand. This is always about self-awareness. So there's that. In my family, if you gain weight, everybody lets you know. That's good. That's good. That's something that a lot of family members don't do. Sorry, if these couples who get comfy with one another, but weight gain is the indicating factor of that, if that factor was changed to something positive, do you think that them being comfy is good? If these couples who get comfy with one another, but weight gain is the indicating factor of that, I don't think weight gain is necessarily an indicator of them being comfortable. You know, like I got fat and in that relationship and he didn't. So that wasn't comfy. That was just me. If that factor was changed to something positive, do you think that being comfy is? I don't see nothing wrong with being a couple being comfortable. You have to have good eating habits and workout habits. That's all that is. You just have to be in self-awareness. You know, that's what it is. So like my relationship, I'm the one, and I think I always put myself in this position. I realized that, I think a couple of months ago. Hold on, let me drink my. I've saw something that I've done in the past that I wasn't aware of it. I don't recall ever being in a relationship with any man. I mean, so I did this subconsciously, where he either gained weight or he was overweight, or he had the potential to be overweight. I've never, and I don't know if that was something I subconsciously put in my radar, but it was always me. Well, no, not in the past, but in my last engagement, when I was in Germany, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I just want you guys to understand this. Hold on, let me just be clear to women. Men don't care. I just want you ladies to understand. Men don't care if you gain like 20, 30, 40 freaking pounds. They don't care. They really don't. I mean, they don't care. They're not really. Women are harder on it. I know I am though, but when I gained weight when I was with him, he didn't care. Excuse me, but I cared. I finally got my office cleared out and my gym set up. Yeah, I cared. He didn't care. And I don't recall. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I stopped. See, my health is for me now. And I know it's gonna blow your mind, ladies, but a lot of these guys are so tolerant with when it comes to weight. But you know, I'm not tolerant when it comes to weight. And subconsciously, it looks like I have always been that way, where I attract men that never had a. And don't get me wrong. I don't think that's like been a prerequisite where I'm like, oh, you can't be this. You got to be this shit. I think I don't attract these people. I don't think my husband noticed. I think they don't care. I don't think they care. I don't think they care. Seriously, Trisha, I don't think they really. Now, don't get me wrong. If you get obese like Whoopi, then they're gonna have some problems. And I'm gonna tell you something. Let's be clear about that. I think when you get obese, men don't like that, because that's basically more work for them to do it, and then you have distorted your body drastically from how they met you. So I think that's different. You know what I'm saying? If they met you and you were like 160 pounds and now you're 340, I mean, you have completely turned your body into something that different. So yeah, that right there is what they don't like. But if you like 150 or 160 pounds and then you become 200 pounds, they don't really go crazy about that. It's not your beauty. It's not your booty. It's your beauty. So that's what I've noticed. They just don't care. They just don't care. But as I think about the men in my past, I never had a problem where I complained about their weight. They always been, well, first of all, they're always active men. I like men. And that's one, listen, talk about level up, ladies. I'm going to tell you something about leveling up. I've never, ever would date a man who's stationary. That was, hell no. Hell no. I never would do that. I would never do that. So I think that's the reason why I was always attracted to men who love to run, love to hike, love to work out, love to be gym rats, love to jog, love to be very physically active, you know what I'm saying, love to play some type of sports, you know what I'm saying. I've always been into that because to me, I love when someone is more active than me, you know. I find that to be very attractive. So maybe that's when, but to each his own. I want, ladies, you have to know what type of man you want. You have to know what type of man you want. If you want a man who have something in common with you physically or recreationally or mentally or emotionally or religious wise, you know what I'm saying? That's what you have to go for. You know what I'm saying? If it's a minor weight gain, we don't notice unless you tell us. True, Randall. That's what I'm saying. That's why we as women are harder on ourselves because women are harder on other women. As you notice, y'all should notice this about me. I'll talk about famous women and political women. I'll talk about them quick. I'll be like, oh girl, what in the heck have you been doing? What is that you got on? You know what I'm saying? I'll cut, like today, like I uploaded a video today. I just like, dude, the stuff that people are interested in politically, I don't care about it. I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I have a different take on political stuff, and so like the stuff that everybody else want to be outraged on, I don't care about it, right? And so I was like, I sincerely, when I saw Barbara clown Whoopi, that made my night, dude. I'm telling you, I kept rewinding it over and over and over again because it was so funny. It was like, yeah, she was such an innocent. What's amazing me, this reminds me of you know, proper white women. Let's talk about that dynamic though. Can we talk about the dynamic between Whoopi and Barbara? Okay, here you have two alpha women. Okay, here you have two alpha women. Whoopi is definitely alpha, and so is Barbara, right? So Barbara is thin, but Barbara always been thin because Barbara has always been mindful of her body. Okay, Whoopi has been decent shape. You know what I'm saying? There's a time she was skinny, then she went to, you know, her regular weight, I guess average weight, and now she just blew up. But see, let's look at the difference between Barbara and Whoopi. Barbara is your typical high standard, high class women. If you want to know a woman, but guess what? She is not. Barbara is not high value. Even though she's a multi-millionaire. See, Barbara will drink with the boys, she'll curse, she'll get dirty with it, this, that, and the other. She is a multi-millionaire woman, self-made by the way, but she don't take no stuff. She's in your face, she's very confrontational, and she surrounds herself with men. That's the difference between her and Whoopi. Whoopi surrounds herself with women, and women tend to be too nice to other women when we're friends, okay? Except for me. I will tell you, hey girl, that's not working, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be honest with women, right? But with Barbara have gay men around her and she have straight men around her, and they're all into the business. They're all, you know, they don't hold their tongue. So her feelings are not spared regardless of how much money she got. Okay, so she's forced to stay in self-awareness, even around her friends. So when you look at that table, when Barbara made a joke about her weight, guess who took up for her? Another big woman, Anna. And Anna wasn't that big either. And that's who Whoopi surrounds herself with. She surrounds herself with women who won't clown on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I absolutely, let me tell you something. My best friend, he's my best friend now, but my best friend, you know, they had their babies are I'm the godmother of their children, right? Now, when he came into her life when they were dating, you know what I'm saying, I was on the fence with him. But when he was so like, when he would just had no filter. He has no filter And I at first I was like, is this guy seriously? And now, is this guy serious? And now I adore him because, you know, she doesn't like when we get together sometimes unless she's there, because we will clown other people, you know, like he is like so, like when I say no filter, I mean just absolutely no filter. But because of him, you know what I'm saying, it's like I'm constantly aware, like if I had and it's been a while since I've wore something that he wanted to clown me on, but you know, he'll just clown me on it. It's just if it was that way. But the thing about it is that these are the type of people that surrounds Barbara. Barbara have those type of men that are not going to spare her feelings, not going to like go along and get along. Whereas women will surround themselves with other women and be like, oh girl, it's not that. Women friends will always downplay your issue. Okay. If you know that you have gained let's be honest, Whoopi gained easily over 200 pounds. Easily. She's well over 200 pounds. Okay. Overweight. 200 pounds overweight. That easily well over 200 pounds overweight. Okay. There is no question about it. So I'm thinking like all those times where women were like, she's like, girl, I need to watch my weight. Oh, girl, you're fine. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with you. I mean, it's COVID. It's this. So she named her fat COVID. And I'm like, no, it's called fat. Don't call it. And that's another thing that you do. These women do in denial. Instead of saying, hey, look at all this fat. What did she say on the screen? She says, look at all this COVID. What COVID? Where's the COVID at? I don't see no goddamn. I see fat. I see you are morbidly obese. That's what I see. It was shocking. It's shocking to see her that huge. And I'm like, when have I not seen a clip of The View that long where this is so shocking that and then the fact that she has to have that footstool there just proves to me that yeah, she's having some problems. That's causing some problems with her. Okay? That's causing her problems. So yeah, I'm like, dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. And so I hope that this was a wake up call for her to do something about it. You can't blame that on COVID, girl. You a Hollywood star. Y'all get to do whatever y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference, you know, alpha women, they have a choice. Well, women, period. I can't just say alpha women. But I just wanted to show you the difference between two very successful alpha women. One surrounded herself with yes women, and one surrounded herself with men who tell the truth. Especially the gay ones, honey. Let me... Whoa, they will tell on you, honey. To your face. Okay, they will. All right, and the thing about it is that you know, I actually respect that. Like if I am knowing that my physical physique is very important to me, to sit up here and to sit up here and just let that just go by and nobody say anything. That's just crazy, dude. That's just crazy. Like, you know, I have gay men in my life, and for some reason I have not noticed it. Now, even though I did go up in a bra size, you know, they was like, oh girl, they getting a little big now. What's going on? You taking some estrogen or something? Like, no, I don't know what it is. But thank God it's going to my breast. True story. I want to say this. I told you guys that I don't like having a big butt, right? I'm proportionate. Like everything is like an hourglass, but I hate. It's so inconveniencing having a big butt. I don't know why women go and get butt injections. Like, I think that is the most craziest thing, because you have to get, it's bad enough I have to get these specialized made jeans and things like that, but it's like, it's so inconveniencing that you got to get something over your butt first before it can fit on around your waist, which is always smaller. So I'm like, oh my God, I hate it. And I went to a doctor to get liposuction on my butt, and I changed my mind when he said, now you understand, I need to let you know that when we remove fat from your butt, the fat's going to go elsewhere. And since you genetically have a flat stomach, I'm afraid that's the next place it's going to go. I said, what? I said, wait a minute, what are you saying to me? He was like, now, if you want to make sure that it doesn't happen in your stomach, when it does, you're going to have to come back and get liposuction in your stomach. And then I said, and then where the fat's going to go? He was like, well, it'd probably go to your arms, or, it could probably go to your organs. And that was a good way of talking me out of getting it. Okay, I was like, dude, I'll just do it the old fashioned way. I will just, because you can't spot reduce. So you're just going to have to just go ahead and just patiently wait until the body decides to get rid of it in that area. Because I was like, dude, this big butt, I don't know how. And I know women, I know that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I know that's the thing, but I just don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it, but that scared me, because I do have a flat stomach. That's one of the things I do pride myself on. But when he told me that the fat from because he explained it to me in a scientific way, and it made sense, right? And then when he's like, so when the body begins to gain weight, it's going to go to a new place where it has not been violated, and that is probably more likely is going to be your stomach and your side. So you're going to have a stomach and the love handles. I was like, oh no, thank you, baby. No, thank you. No. Yeah, it definitely has to go somewhere else. So I want y'all to know that these women, they're getting multiple liposuctions, because it's not that one-stop shop. It's like, they get it, they may get it on their butt, like, and then all of a sudden the fat starts going to their stomach. They got to go back and get it done on their stomach. Okay, then the fat starts going to their arms, and then get it done on their arms, and it's like, and then the end result is it starts forming inside your liver and your heart and other organs, until you completely realize, like, okay, you got to change your diet. So it does, for some reason, I do believe that after getting through all that, like when I look at somebody like Cardi B, right? Where she said, I got so much liposuction done because she was, unhappy with the way she looked, and she was very, very unhappy with the way things were going, and it hurt so much. I think it's because she finally, she was going through all those areas of her body to get that done, and now everything, her entire body, now that she had that baby, her entire body's gotten thicker. There's no way around it. You're gonna have to change your diet, you know what I'm saying, in the end. You're just gonna have to. Because this is how you see these women with, they're like, they're big, but it's like they got no gut, they got no flabby arms, they got no nothing, but everything done got bigger because that's what happened with their bodies because of liposuction. Okay. Anyway, I took notes for today's class, and I'm here talking about liposuction and all this other stuff about gaining weight and this, that, and the other. And as y'all can see, we finally fixed the. I talked to the people who work on the Restream, and they fixed my issue. Okay, so I want to go over some things in reference to teach him how to treat you, and I guess that my guys up in here can switch this to women too, because a lot of times I see people ask me, how is it that you can get the men you want in your life? And when I tell you it's not hard, I think women make it hard. I'm still gonna stand by that. I think women just make it hard. There's so many men. Oh my God, I can't tell you. There's so many men that are looking for relationships, but you got to stay away from the angry ones. Right? Like I always like it's amazing how many roaches I have to ban on my daggone page. And after I specifically stated, like, this is a female YouTube channel for conservative and right wingers who are looking for tradition. And then every now and then a roach will comment on my community page about the white men I'm uploading on there. It really triggers them, and they eventually come out. If you ever go, not on every comment, like I think I banned one person this week because they posted, it's a black male, of course, you know, from the ghetto. It was like, he's married, and no, what did he say? Hold on a second, let me go look. I gotta go look and see, what did he say? Hold on a second. Because I keep forgetting what these people say on here. Hold on a second, guys. Let me go, because I can't even remember. Okay, let me go to my community page. Okay. Holy smoke. Okay, here we go. It was 6 days ago. Here we go. Hold on a second. I'll show it to you all. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let's pause this for a second. And I am telling you. Okay, this guy right here, right? I like this body. I thought this was a lot of hard work. He's worked a lot on his back and his lats. And I just found him to be sexy. Okay, the picture could be better, but it was a small picture, so it's blown up. But I think I just love the V taper of his body. Okay, he is really taking good care of his body. So apparently this triggered a roach. Okay, and so he's married and short. And I said, you know what? What amazes me is that these people can't help it. The roaches can't help it. Okay? They can't help it. And you guys can't see what I said, can you? No, you can't. Okay, let me read to you what I said down here. I said, catch this block, Negro. I love when you roaches reveal yourself so that I can ban you. Now go check in with your patrol officer. And the thing about it is that, like, because I gotta constantly, like, I keep this up now. Of course, I am attracting the boys. When I say the boys, I'm attracting gay men, and I'm okay with that. Okay, because I'm getting a lot of my boys coming on here going, ooh la la, ooh yeah, oh la, ah yeah. I don't have no problem with that. Okay, I don't want the Tyrones and Ray Rays on my page. They don't belong here. We don't like them. We don't deal with them. Okay. And I told you, people go where they don't like it, where you don't want them. But that's for everything. That's for everything. It's not just for this channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about really quickly my political channel. Okay. I keep saying over and over again, I hate you centrists. Don't come over and join my page. And I talk bad about centrists. I clown centrists. But guess what? They still subscribe to my page. they still subscribe to my channel. They still watch my videos. They still, the video where I'm asking, I specifically says, hey, if you're a Republican, if you're a right winger, I need you to let me know. Why do y'all follow? And by the way, I know why a lot of these people follow Tim Pool. Not only for the fear porn, but he's a manlet. He's not an attractive man. And you have a lot of men from the manosphere, because there was a lot of guys, the men who were really defending Tim. I'm telling you, this is what I do to people who I see who are really going over and beyond. I go to your YouTube channel and I see the type of channels you show. Okay, I mean the type of channels you subscribe to. And if I see anything from the manosphere, MGTOW, the Redfield community, I'm immediately banning them. Immediately. But I also ban people who come from the pro-black community too. So if I start seeing somebody subscribe to that too, I will do that as well. You know what I'm saying? I would do that as well. So there's that. Okay, so let's get back to this. So all right. There. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the several things, and I just took some notes here when it comes to teaching people how to treat you. Okay, so I wrote a lot of things down here, and I'm just going to read from my list. So the first one would be, believe you deserve to be treated better. And this is the most important thing, because a lot of women don't believe that they should be treated better. You can always tell if a woman believes that she should be treated with respect, or she should be treated better or treated well, but by how and what she will tolerate from her friends, from her family, and from other people that she's not in a relationship with. You know what I mean? How you let other people treat you, you'll let the person you're in a relationship treat you worse. I've never seen an exception to this rule. I'm sure there are some exceptions to the rule, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've always seen that if you let your friends lie to you, if you let them owe you money, if you let them gaslight you, if you let them be passive aggressive with you, you will let people you're in a relationship do worse to you. So you have to know and believe that you deserve better. And so if you don't believe you deserve better, you won't get better. You are what you attract. You will get what you think you deserve. And that's the reason why I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I it's not that I don't go for men or I guess I get approached by all kind of men all the time. But the type of men I will let in the past, you know what I'm saying? As of now, I'm in a relationship, but the type of men I've been in the past, it's like, would you allow such a man like these men to come towards you like that? And no, because if you don't even treat yourself with respect, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So yeah, you have to believe that you want this. You have to believe you deserve better. You have to You have to believe you should be treated well. But if you don't treat yourself with respect, nobody else is going to treat you with respect either. And if somebody tries to treat you with respect, even though you don't treat yourself with respect, you're going to basically do something to him to make him treat you with disrespect. And that's when you're going to feel love for some crazy reason. And that also goes into treat yourself well. Okay? When you treat yourself well, like, it's kind of hard. I would have to. This is something I'm not going to be able to be. I'm not going to be good at explaining to people. How to treat yourself well is so relevant. Wait, Tree, you're in a relationship? Girl, I've been in a relationship. I've been, honey, very, very serious one at that. I've been in one. But you don't, Dorothy, you don't come to all of my streams, so this is why this is news to you. You haven't been here. That's why that's news to you. I still come back to questioning our sweets. Can you do me a favor and proofread your stuff before hitting that send button? Okay, let me see what I think you're saying. I still come back to questioning my standards, even on a foundational level, are too high. And if I personally will never meet those standards of having one, I say little words as possible because you lose me. That's what you do. You're a great person to talk to, by the way, because I've had you on the show. You can articulate your words well, but when you type, I'm like, what? I need a Sweets Parade translator. Damn, where have I been? Yay for you. Yeah, where have you been? Yeah, where have you been? This been going on since what? This been going on since March of this year.
Hi Tree, I just finished work. Here's the video.
Okay, well, we'll look at. Remind me to click on it. Let me see, what time is it? Remind me to click on it in 30 minutes from here. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded. I ask long-winded questions. Yeah, you lose people when you do that. Well, you got to keep it short and to the point for me. 4 kids, 4 dogs, and a husband. He has a dog. I love his dog, though. Love his dog. He has a dog. I still want my own cat, but I can't do it right now. I gotta wait until somebody's out of the office first before I start getting some pets. Cause I don't want to eat my pet because we are now in communism. You gotta be in alignment with good things you want to attract. Absolutely, Courtney, and be intentional about everything you do in life. Amen. It's a mutt, Lion Blues. Amen, Courtney. It's a mutt. But he's so cute. He got the most cutest eyes. Oh my God. He has the most cutest eyes, I swear. He's a big dog. I told you I love big dogs. Okay. I think this dog is mixed with German Shepherd, Chow, and a Rottweiler. I think it's just mixed. It just mixed with everything. It's just mixing everything, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a dark brown dog with these beautiful eyes. It's pretty big though. It's a big dog. So I'm like, I love that dog. I have high standards I expect. Naturally, I need to meet those standards too. But I still question, do I have high standards, or if I don't meet them. Is that any better? I understand that. You absolutely cannot have high standards if you don't meet the standards that you think you deserve. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, like that's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. You cannot expect a man to, and this is an extreme, this is an extreme situation. So I'm not saying this is you. I just need to show you the hypocrisy. A woman who is 350 pounds, who live with her parents, who don't have a job, or have any means of income. She don't cook, she don't clean, she don't know how to cook, she don't know how to clean. Basically she has a lot of baggage, emotional abandonment baggage, and she is what do you call that, manic depressant. Okay, that woman cannot expect a man who's making $80,000 a year and have his own home, own his own business, works out 5 days a week, and that's called hypocrisy. You cannot have high standards for a man if you yourself are not in a position where you are meeting the high standards for yourself. I totally agree with your example. I'm against that mentality. This is where I question myself. Will I ever meet the standards that I want from a partner? Absolutely not, because you don't even meet the standards from yourself. If you don't demand the standards for yourself, you can never meet them for someone else. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I was shocked that I have never dated a man and have never been in a serious relationship. I've never been in a serious relationship with a man who was not fit. Every man, even when I was in college, my first boyfriend, these men were always fit, or men who were always active. Now maybe subconsciously, because I seen my father be this way, that's my field of reference. So that's the reason why I never attracted anything else. But I too am also active. So I can't sit up here and expect a man to have this checkpoint, this checkpoint, and then I don't have those checkpoints at all. That's just hypocrisy. If I don't meet high standards, and I'm gonna tell you something, when a woman comes with high standards that she has for herself, she will never allow anything lower she would never allow anything less than what she has for the table, unless she's looking for hypogamy, unless she's looking for a man of lower standards because she's lonely, she just wants someone just there. But women who have demand standards for themselves, nah, we actually can call the shots, and we will always, I have yet to see an exception to this, because I've seen women with low standards still get good men. But when a woman has a lot of standards that she has for herself, it's only natural if she has that for another man. I can't relate to that. I can't even relate to say I'm going to have low standards for myself, but I expect high standards from another guy. I had to even laugh when even saying that. To even repeat that was just comical, because I can't even imagine having low standards for myself but expect high standards for another guy. Like, that's just crazy. Okay, then maybe this is my next question. How long is it to take to meet your own standards? I understand how open-ended this is and doesn't have a clear answer. How bad you want your standards for yourself? That's not a hard question at all. It doesn't take long for you to meet your own standards. The question is that a lot of women are not disciplined. A lot of women are just not disciplined, and therefore they will not apply the discipline for a man that they apply for themselves. Okay, the reason why I will expect 0 out of any man is because I don't expect. Excuse me. The reason why I will not expect less than what someone can achieve or even better is because I don't expect it from myself. Okay, because I have that mentality of I could do bad by myself. I don't need someone else to starve to death. I love that song. Shout outs to my grandmammy who used to play that all the time. But the thing about it is that these are the standards I have for myself financially, economically, physically, and emotionally, and most of all, health-wise, socially. So if I have these standards for myself, I'm not going to expect less than, I can't expect anything less than that. For example, I am a lioness. I don't deal with sheep. But if you are, here's the deal. There are women who are sheep. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You need a shepherd. Let me say that again. There are women who are sheep. You just need a shepherd. So that you're in a different situation than I'm in. Okay. You need someone to guide you, to teach you, to basically to protect you, because that's what a shepherd does to his flock. And I'm not saying that as a metaphor to polygamy. I'm just saying that you guys are going to be different than me in as far as a mental state of mind, but you have to have high standards for yourself. And in order to have somebody with better and with equal or more standards. And to me, I always go with men who got more and have more and who think better and who are better than me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then did I answer that question? Okay. I know my questions are stemming from the fear of time not being on a woman's side. Or it feels that, what do you mean a time not being on a woman's side? I know you're not feeding to that wall nonsense, because as you can see, women can be in their 80s and still get men. It's all in how you take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? But even then, hold on, this just popped in my mind. Even though biological clock BS, if you're trying to have kids, then time is not on your side. If you're trying to have kids, then time is not on your side. I actually agree with that one thing, is that I am against having kids in your 40s and your 50s. That's just silly. Okay? But if you're trying to have kids, now if you're not trying to have kids, I mean, the world is your oyster, honey. This is the reason why I love my life. And everybody, it's okay if you don't want kids. Like, everybody think like, oh yeah, you're not gonna have no kids, baby sweet. Please, are you serious? Listen, I love my world when it comes to kids. I have 4 godchildren. And the best thing I love about having godchildren, I can walk away and be in my own world. You know what I'm saying? I can treat them just like my own kids, but when I'm ready to go, okay, I need to do my own thing, I have that luxury. But I always knew as a little girl I wasn't going to have no kids. That's one thing I have always knew, that I was never going to have children. I always knew that. And I made sure that didn't happen. Okay, I'm not supposed to be a mother. I am a good auntie. I'm a damn good godmother. But I'm not going to be nobody's biological mother. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Totally get what you mean. Yeah, stop listening to incels. Exactly. Thank you, Trisha. Totally get what you mean about the aunt godmother thing, beauty, luxury. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking to be a mother, you must do it with a husband. And if you are are running against the clock, then you have to do what is necessary to change your standards, who you are, and your issues. A lot of times women get comfortable with their baggage. Women get comfortable with their issues, and you just expect a man to just come over and just accept you for who you are. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of thirsty men out there. There's a lot of desperate men out there. But just when I basically called you guys out last week, I said, when you all was asking, the man is not home working and he's not doing anything, could he at least help cook and clean? And I'm like, you're not going to respect him. Get him out of the house. That's the thing. But these questions stem from the clock BS. I look at my age. I look at where I am. And the equations ain't lining up to what my desires want, because need a man for that and an established coupling. But these questions stem from the clock BS. I look at my age. Sweets Parade. Okay, you are so wordy. Do you want kids? That's all I need to know. Do you want kids? Yes or no? Being a mother is exhausting, even with my husband. He works a lot. Yeah, I know it is, Dorothy. Listen, I have respect for parents. I have respect for mothers and fathers. And honey, let me tell you something. That is something you have to want to do. You have to have the patience for it. But there are a lot of people who have kids who should never have had them. Because they act the way I act. They act the way I act. They like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. I love the fact that I could walk away. And be like, okay, well, I'm going to leave you with your real mammy and pappy. Yes, sadly come to that conclusion at 30. But the years are not on my side. If you add in the time it takes to meet the right guy, the time spent with the relationship before getting married. Well, Sweets, hold on. You know what? I'm going to let you, because I got to ask a lot of questions. I'm going to let you come to, do you have your mic on? Because I got a lot of questions to ask you, and then, do you have your mic on to come into the Discord? I could just have you come into the Discord and I just talk to you. Gave you my life. Yeah, I can switch on my head. Okay, hold on. Let me just. I just need to get to some specific questions with you, girl, because you. All right, let me get into the Discord here. Holy smokes, who are these people joining my daggone political thing? Okay. All right, come into the vetting room. Okay, I see it. And you should be in there. Coming into either the standby room or the talk room in my Discord. I think you're still a member of it. I think you are. Yeah, you are. Okay, there you go. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on, let me see. Make sure you're not muted. Nope, you're not muted. You're not coming through. Let's see. All right. So while she's fixing that,
So sorry for that.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I forgot I had my VPN on and it screws around with Discord.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn the music off so I can hear you better. All right. Okay. All right. So start all over again. What are you talking about? Let me read off your question, and then I want you to go from there again. Hold on, let me find it. Let's see. Yeah, sadly come to that conclusion at 30, but the years are not on my side. If you add in the time it takes to meet the right guy, the time spent with the relationship before getting married. Why are you, do you believe you're a marriage material right now? Hello? Hello? Okay, she's having problems. You couldn't hear me in Discord at all? Come back in. Maybe it was okay. Hold on. Let me disconnect and also connect. Can you hear me now?
No. Oh dear.
Hold on. You should be able to hear me. Let me make sure it's not me. Hold on. Let me make sure it's not me. Let me look at my voice. Do. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Can you you know what's the problem? How are your settings? If I can hear your mic fine. Where's your speakers? Is your speakers tuned into the Discord? I see a permanent green ring around your icon. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always that way because I have mine. Hold on a second. I can even. Hold on. Let me try something else. I don't think it's me though. Hold on. I don't think it's me, but let me try one more time. Okay, what about you? You should be able to hear me now. And if you can't hear me now,
Okay,
it's
I think I can. Yes, now I can. Okay, wonderful. So I'm so sorry. Discord loves to be a piece of shit.
yeah. I'm
When
about to
at
say,
the
I was like,
worst
dude,
possible
it
times.
it
I'm
can't
so
be
sorry about
me.
that.
I was saying to myself, I was like,
I had. I am so sorry.
I'm gonna say, I was like, dude,
God, I
I
just
said,
wasted so
I
much
said
time
it
for that.
can't
I
be
am
me.
so
My
sorry.
settings. I talk so much on Discord. I'm like, nah, it's not me. It can't be me.
I know. I have no idea. And then it's because Discord, it loves to switch things to default,
Yeah,
and then it will decide to take its sweet ass time to actually fix things. I
yeah.
am so sorry for wasting all that time.
I kind of figured it was like I was
Ugh,
like it has to be your settings because I was like I talk so much on Discord. I know it's not my settings, but anyway. Okay, so
yeah,
let's get back. So now we got it. You can hear me fine now. So
yes. Back to the topic. I'm sorry
okay.
about that.
So let me ask you, do you consider yourself marriage material right now?
Right now, no. The only way I would consider that is if I was to settle, and I refuse to do that because that would
Why
be
aren't you no? Why
a
aren't
complete
you
disrespect to me.
why aren't you marriage material? You don't, and I need you to do something. Don't
Okay.
include nobody. Don't include
Um.
anybody when I'm talking. Wait. Hold on. When I ask you about you, don't include nobody else. You just did that when I asked you, I said, why aren't you married material? And you know what you just did? You deflected on somebody else. So when I talk about you, it has nothing to do with no one else, okay? So you can't say, well, I don't want to settle for somebody else. That has nothing to do with why you are not marriage material. Did you just see what you just did there? I said, why aren't you marriage material? And then you went on to, I don't want to settle for blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And that has nothing to do with why you are not marriage material. So I want you to, so that's one of the rules. You cannot deflect this on nobody else. Because when I ask
Okay,
you,
I'll do my best with
when I
this.
ask you, oh, don't worry, I'll help you. When somebody, when I ask you a question about you, I only want to hear about you. So again, what are the characteristics about yourself that does not make you marriage material?
The characteristics come down to I don't see myself as being at the most superficial level the physical standards I expect myself as. I still am working from a long time. That has still been a long-term progress thing and still is. On a psychological level, because, and it's not unknown from people who know me around the place, that I am not the sanest, most normal, stable girl in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I work very hard in regards to that aspect of things.
Okay.
And my standards came down to, okay, for me to consider things like a relationship, I need to be in a point where I can tick off the boxes of A, I see myself as physically attractive, which is not the number one factor. I'm just mentioning it to get it out of the way. 2, that I know that I have complete management on how I am, and I'm not going to allow whatever it is that may come into my life, and I can
What does
handle
that
it
mean?
a lot better.
Hold on, stop. What
than
does
what
that
I
mean?
do.
You're going to have to qualify that part.
Okay. I'll try and use a comparison to
No, be specific.
make
That
better
was you.
sense
That
of
was
it.
so coded. What does that
I'm
mean?
being specific. No, I know. Well, the difference is, okay, I can either be an unmedicated, living in the past, complete mental retard,
So
or
you're on
I can
medication at the
be
moment?
taking. Yes, I am. I make sure I do what I need to do to make sure I am as the best I can be at this point, but I know it's not to my standard because I know there are improvements to be made. There are better things to be made, because why would I want someone to walk into a relationship with me if I don't feel that
Maybe
I'm
he can
able
be on
to
medication
give them
too. I mean,
something?
unless you expect somebody to not be on medication, is that what you're expecting? You're expecting. I mean, because I'm generation.
Sorry, go on.
I'm in a generation where it's not common in my generation, but millennials and Zoomers, this is like a given that a lot of them are on medication of some kind.
Yeah, and this is the issue of my own grievances that I have with people because of my upbringing and all that. I was surrounded by a lot of mental people who are on and off medication the whole time. I have a very intense loathing of people in the cluster B spectrum. I have to be sadly part of that, so I also dislike myself because of that.
Yeah, well, I was just about to. I was just about to say that. Then you have a conflict with yourself, because if you have a self-loathing for people like that, you have a self-loathing for yourself. Then this has nothing to do with high standards. Then you understand this, right? With another person, you having high. Like I'm saying, it is a hypocrisy to expect a person to be the opposite of you, and you're not even meeting any of these standards that you expect him to have.
That's why I have this is where my problem in questioning comes in, that I question, okay, I understand, I know what I desire from someone, but I also understand that it doesn't matter what you desire. If you cannot meet those standards, you do not deserve them. That is just
also, why
cut
would
and dry that.
but hold on. Why would you desire that in someone else and you don't even desire that in yourself?
I do desire it in myself, because if I did not desire certain positive benefits and standards that I do have, I wouldn't be working as hard as I have for so many years to make sure that I would not end up being a statistic. Because I have seen for years, I have seen the way, particularly guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to single out guys in particular, and I will, that they refer to girls of this range as crazy bitch syndrome. That's how it's known. And I have been around too many girls who fit that category, and I made a decision years ago. I am not going to be that. I refuse to be a statistic. I refuse to be that. Unfortunately, saying that is one thing. Putting that into practice, and I'm actually on the luckier side where I have not gone off the rails the way others have. There is no set amount of time, and that's the problem. There is no time in which it takes that, you can get this cleared up and you can be managed and you can be living a stable life within 5 years. There is nothing like that.
It is that easy if you want it to be. It's just that a lot of people get so attached to their illness, whether it's physical or mental illness, and it is part of their identity. Okay, yes,
absolutely.
It's something that they're familiar with. So to say it's not easy, yeah, it is. A lot of times people will become their illness, and it's their identity, and therefore, how can you divorce or eliminate something that is part of yourself?
And this is the issue, actually, because what you're saying is bang on, because I can tell you from personal experience, I got to a point where my identity came down to appointments and my medication box. That's all I could see. And I said this to my sister. I said this to the professional help that I had at the time. I said, I don't see anything else for myself. This is all I see day in, day out. This is how I'm plodding along. It's ridiculous. I don't like it. This is trash. But there's also, I could go on a tirade about the mental health sector and, well, the medical sector in general, because I've been stuck in it for a very long time.
Hold on. You created this world.
I did.
You have no right to complain about it then. No. You created this world, so you can't complain about it.
But it goes in a bit of a balance. Yes. Do I have decisions of my own free will? Absolutely. I did. And I chose to get to that point. At some point along the way, I made the decision where this is all there was to it. Here's the thing, though, especially with the internet, and it's taken a while for me to get to this point, to observe, reflect, and get to this point, that the microcosm, whether you, and I do not go on TikTok, but TikTok is a very good example, and I've seen this all the way back since Tumblr times. Like, I've been around a long time on the internet to see the cultivation and mutation of how mental illnesses, including self-diagnosing jackasses, it's created this microcosm where it's no longer is a mental illness considered an illness. It is now considered, but you're normal. It's normal. This is why the term neurodivergent is now being used, where instead you used to use the terms ASD, Asperger's, and so forth. And I've seen people use this in casual conversation. And I sat there and I'm like, why? You do realize the more you use this word in a common, casual way, and you do this with a lot of things, the more you talk about this in a casual way, you are trying to normalize something that needs fixing. This is a problem. This is not normal. This is a problem. You need help. Don't try and normalize something
Stop.
that
Okay.
is bad.
Okay. You should not be a mother. You don't need kids. You do understand it, right? So we can get this out. I just want to get you. You are not supposed to be like I'm not supposed to be a mother. You aren't supposed to be one either. You do you agree with this? And if you don't, give me the argument of why you should be a mother.
I've gone through the arguments with myself for a very long time, and as the years went
So
on,
you agree you
and
should
I'm
not be a
that
mother, right?
old,
So because I want to get the biological clock.
part of me,
Because
part
as
of
I
me,
listen to you, I'm like, you
part
should
of
not have
me,
kids.
at this point, 100% no. At 100%
But at any
no.
point, because you have,
there
no,
was,
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be the only person. I'm probably gonna be probably one of the rare people in your life who's gonna be the most honest person in your life. Okay, you should never have kids because here it is. You're at this age and you have not even made any progress to even be in a. To be a decent person to yourself, not as decent, wrong word, to be a healthy person that is at a certain standards to yourself. So you can't bring another human being into this world and give them issues too. So we can go ahead and just get the biological clock out the way. You should not have kids. So that should take a big burden off of you because here's the deal. The thing about it is that you have enough problems as it is to work on yourself. And a child is going to be nothing but a deflection. And you're going to put on your same issues, your same baggage onto that child. So no, children is not, because you haven't even fixed your own problems, and whatever you have been, the people you have surrounded yourself with, the questions that you ask yourself, the answers you give yourself, and then the people you have this conversation with, you know what I'm saying? It's not helping. It's not getting you out of the situation. And to me, I don't know if this is something that requires somebody to be more stern with you, to make you more accountable for your actions, to make you more accountable for the thoughts you have, to make it accountable for the lack of progress you are having. Okay? So maybe that's what you should be focusing on, because unless you have a guy who's going to have which you don't want, who have the same problems that you have, you're not, and you guys work on it together. It's a situation that you should basically be focused completely on you. A child and a relationship, unless he's a therapist, should not even be in the equation. If you disagree with me, go ahead and give me the arguments on why you disagree.
It's not a disagreement. It's more filling in certain things. Now, you said now I'm paraphrasing, so please correct me
Yeah, no problem.
what specifically you said. I have not had any progress in X amount of time. And that kids are out of the question and so forth. And in the case of where there has been no progress and there is not certain standards met, absolutely, kids are out of the question. That was a dead set, ironclad rule, no matter what I wanted, because impulses and wants do not equate to what you actually deserve, because what you want is not what you are owed. As for progress, as I said, it's been a long time coming for certain reasons that personally I do not want to go into detail on a stream about.
That's fine.
That, yes, I was stunted. I started later than the average person to get through things, and I did not have people supporting me. I did not have people around me. I only have myself. I literally only have myself. So while others in my position would, and I
don't want to talk about
no,
I don't care. I'm only caring
No,
about you.
okay, I'll stop
You
that.
do that a lot.
I
And the fact
I
that you
spoke.
keep doing that with me, you do that with yourself. So I'm bringing you to self-awareness of why you don't have progress. You keep deflecting to other people. I don't care about other people. And you shouldn't care about other
Then the
people. You need to
question.
care about yourself. You keep deflecting to other
Then
people.
then the question is, okay, I made a choice and I said it that I was not going to go down the bullshit path of impulses doing this. I was going to sacrifice a lot of things in aim for self-discipline. Self-discipline was going to be the priority because you're not going to get anywhere without it. So the question is my self-discipline even enough at this point? And I'm talking in general. I'm not even talking about getting a guy, not getting married, not having kids, nothing like that. I mean in general. Is my self-discipline even at the point it should be, or am I being lax on myself?
You're
Because
being
I can
very
be
lax on
severely
yourself.
critical.
I can tell just the way you talk. You're very lax on yourself. You need to bring self-awareness. You need to walk around with a journal and be truthful with yourself. With the number one thing I see a problem with you is you deflect to other people and you don't focus on your own self. So you need to be aware of every time you think about somebody, or think about yourself, how you deflect that on other people. Whenever you talk about your problems, you end up talking about other people and people on Tumblr and people on the internet and people in the other gym. And you talk more about other people and you don't talk about yourself. And I'll let you go in that road of talking about other people, just so I'm actually on the right track, that you deflect off of yourself. Okay, so it's like you don't focus on you. And you don't hold you accountable, and you don't see what you're doing. And it's like you care about what other people and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And so I took the kids away, I took the man away, and I'm like, now, what do you do? How do you think? What are you saying? And even with those questions, you'll still go on to someone else. So you have to be self-aware of being a deflector and not staying on who you are, looking in the mirror. And maybe that is an exercise that when you start talking to yourself about problems, you gotta look in the mirror so you can see who you talking to and who you talking about.
This is what's so hilarious. I have been told so many times, oh, you were so self-aware. That
No, you're not.
hilariously, no, that's the thing. No, this is what's so funny. I genuinely find this funny because I've had to hear that all the time, and most of the time, my general answer, either vocally or in my head, is, well, if I was, then why am I still here? And I'm not
Never. First of
at
all,
this
the
point.
people who are
So,
telling
yeah.
you, I just said this earlier, is that women, and women for the most part, associate themselves with people who will never tell them the truth. You attract people who never tell you the truth because you don't tell yourself the truth. You know what I'm saying? Women who are very honest with themselves, women who are very self-aware, associate themselves and surround themselves with people who will keep them in that mindset. But women who are delusional, not saying that's what you are, what you're doing is you're deflecting. You are never in self-awareness. You are constantly in other people's lives. And this is why reality TV show was so famous, it's so popular. And the reason why Instagram is so popular, and the reason why Twitter is so popular, because people love to get out of their own mind, their own world, and watch other people live their life so that you can have escapism. That's the reason why drugs is so popular. You know what I'm saying? I am the type of person, I gotta stay in my own head. I gotta stay in my own thoughts. I gotta worry about me. I don't care about other people. And that's what I'm bringing to you, is you have surrounded yourself with these people so they don't matter. So I don't want to hear about them anymore, because you have made your world your confirmation bias. And I'm not your confirmation bias. I am telling you right now that you are not keeping yourself accountable. You are not in self-awareness. okay? And that you are making little to no progress because of that. So enough of all of that. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do to make yourself more better in the future?
Up my game.
How?
You already mentioned journaling. That's something I stopped a while ago, so I can easily go back to that.
I didn't. No. The journal. I'm sorry. Let me be more specific about the journal. That was like when I was doing fitness. I am a certified fitness trainer, right? I always got people with something. I don't know why I'm overweight like this. I don't hardly eat anything at all. All I have is a thing of carrots in the morning, and they tell me this BS diet, and I'm like, you lying, or maybe they don't think they're lying because they're not aware when they pick up a little French fry here or when they
Because they're
eat
not
a little
tracking
candy bar here.
everything.
So then what I tell them to do is, okay, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, everything you put in your mouth, even if it's a straw that you're chewing on, you have to write down what it is and the time that you do it. Okay. So that's what, so then when they wake up and the first thing they do is they sip on a McDonald's cup of soda water that they had overnight. They didn't realize they did that, but they didn't realize it because they didn't have to write that down. So the first thing that she starts sipping on, because she had some McDonald's and she had a big gulp of Coke, Diet Coke, and then when she woke up, it was the ice that was in that cup had melted, but it had blended in with the old diet soda. And so when she got out of bed, she drank on that. Okay, she wrote that down. And then when she was halfway through the day, turns out that she's a snacker, she's a grazer. And because she did that unconsciously, not being aware that, hey, this will add pounds onto you. This is going to add calories onto you. This is going to make you more fat. In addition to your meals, now she's self-aware of what she's doing. When I tell you to have a journal, I'm not telling you to write your thoughts. Anybody can do that. Dear journal, let me tell you what I'm thinking about that. No. I'm telling you to have a journal, and every time you talk about somebody else, you need to write down the time you said it and who you was talking about, so that you can see how often you don't talk about yourself, how often you always deflect to other people and you never include yourself in the equation. That's why I said walking around with a journal to note that you are a deflector. You always point at other people to avoid looking at yourself. You always hold other people accountable to avoid holding yourself accountable. You talk about other people to avoid talking about yourself. That is why I'm saying to be aware that you're doing this, because nobody has done that to you. Nobody has said to you, you deflect too much, because you put those people in your world to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, then my question to you is, where is the line between being self-aware and holding yourself accountable, and the line where self-criticism has gone beyond what is considered, I don't know what the right word to use is, healthy, whatever?
I don't think the last part is something you have to be afraid of, because you don't have any of it at the moment. And in reference to the first part, you said, what is the line to be drawn between self awareness and what was the other one?
Good question. What did I say? Self-awareness and holding accountability.
Well, it doesn't seem to me you have ever been in self-awareness. So when you have never been in self-awareness, why would you keep yourself accountable for the lack thereof? So I think they go hand in hand. You have to be self-aware that you're not keeping yourself accountable. for example, and I always got to go to the food thing and diet stuff like that. You know, if you are not self-aware, if you're not aware, if you don't have any self-awareness that you like to pick off of people's plates, and then you see some people eating some chips, and you're like, can I have some chips? And you put it in your mouth, and then you're grazing off of other people's plate, your kids' plate, or what? Not kids, but you don't have any, but any child's plate or whatever, and you've been grazing off of food, and somebody got a candy dish on their desk at work, and then you reach in there, you get some of them, get some of the candy out of there, and you're not even aware that you're doing this. But then when you are aware, when you're like, hey, you're a grazer. Stop snacking on other foods. Only time you eat is when you're don't ever put food in your mouth unless it's a meal. Stop snacking. Then when you actually do go, because you have been made aware that somebody's like, hey, you're a snacker, you're a grazer. You constantly eating a little here, eating a little there, and snacking here and snacking there. Stop snacking. No more snacking. You snack again, you basically should realize that you're setting yourself up to fail. So now I have brought that person to awareness that they are a snacker. So if they snack again, they now are doing it consciously, and now they have to decide whether they're going to keep themselves accountable. So once they are in awareness, that is when they are held accountable. When you are unaware of what you're doing, you can't keep yourself accountable because you don't even know you're doing it. But now when you know you're doing what you're doing, then you have to keep yourself accountable and say, hey, stop that. Don't do that anymore. Or you don't hold yourself accountable. But once you're in awareness, that's when you bring yourself to accountability.
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. So, in conclusion, because this is what I'm gonna say this to you, and then I'm gonna just go back to the chat. But this is what I would like you to do. So don't worry. I think you first just come to peace of just not dealing with the child. Now having a relationship is very possible, but it's no time soon because you have a lot of work to do.
I'm completely aware of that, but
yeah. So you will have to start off with what it is like. If you were a different person, I do this exercise with me all the time. If you was a different person and who didn't have the situation that you have now, excuse me, I'm soda, I'm burping soda. I love my homemade soda. That stuff is so good. And you wanted to critique you, like what is, then you have to decide what are the first 3 things that you would work on changing, and then get a strategy to do those things to change you. So there's that. But now you don't have to use the excuse, because that's what you've been doing. You've been using the excuse of, oh, well, I got high standards for a man, or oh, the biological clock. Okay, so now we've removed that out of the way. Okay, we removed the biological clock because you're not in a position to have children. So we moved that out of the way. But to have the type of husband that you want to have, you have to be the God of yourself. And like it says in Genesis, let us create man in our own image after our own likeness. You know what I'm saying? You have to recreate yourself. So you got to figure out the stuff that you want to improve upon yourself, and then the things that you want to get rid of, and work on that. And then being aware if you are attracting people in your life, or you're going to areas on the internet that is going to help you accomplish just that. So here's what you need to do. Okay. 1, stop talking about other people. Stop talking about other things. Stop talking about what you expect other people to have. It ain't even about them. It's all about you. Okay. You need to work on you. So that's no longer an issue. Okay. And the second thing is that the people that you are talking to, I think you need to like slowly drift away, because I'm not hearing empowering person in your life that is giving it to you straight with no chaser. And that's putting you in an uncomfortable position to make you face your own issues, to make you face your own baggage. Okay? And let's be fair. A lot of people, particularly women, don't want these type of people in their lives. All right. And you will do something to make sure that that doesn't happen. But I'm bringing you awareness right now that this is something that's exactly what you need. And if you find it is uncomfortable for you to get that, then don't add nobody else and slowly distance yourself, or not even ask about the friends you have now. You need to stop talking to them about you or about their problems, whatever. You need to really get more into who you are and stop dealing with other people. But that's going to be a lot of work in itself. But I can always tell. It's something I'm trying to understand. Not trying to understand. It's something I'm trying to tolerate. Like, a lot of people are so obsessed with a lot of other stupidity in the world that it doesn't interest me. But I know why it interests them, because it's escapism. And when you love yourself, you love your thoughts, you love who you are, you love to improve yourself, you don't want to be distracted by escapism. Like, now there are some downtime if you get to this state where I am. And like, I had some downtime late last night, and I went and watched Billions. Okay, but look at the show I'm watching. I'm not watching no reality TV show because it's stupid. I'm watching a show about billionaires and how they live their life and how they're working. So that is what I'm interested in, because I am interested in that type of that lifestyle, that life mentality. This is what I enjoy. On my downtime, I'm watching something that's fictional, but that's dealing with powerful alphas, that's dealing with powerful people. I can't watch shows or entertainment about women struggling or getting their ass whipped, or, oh my God, he cheated on me. I can't get into none of that stuff. I like to watch powerful, even in my downtime, in my fictional series, I still like to watch powerful people in work. And so that takes some time to get to know yourself, where I can actually articulate why I do what I do. If you can't do that, then that's what you need to work on.
The irony is, and everything you said, I completely agree with. The irony is that this conversation is happening within, we'll say, the early stages of me doing a fair few of the things that you are pointing out.
Okay.
And so, I don't know, check in on me in 6 months' time, see if I actually did actually change
I'll know
something
just by what, when people interact with me, they don't know this. I guess I'm about to reveal some secrets of mine. But I know a lot about you with the things you say to me. You know? If there are a lot of people who communicate to me in the chat, and that's why I always sabotage my channel to make sure it doesn't get too big. It's a control thing about me, but I'm aware of it. It's one of these things I'm totally self-aware of. I like to see what people are saying, and I will sabotage my channel quick to make sure it doesn't get too big, so I don't see what people say. And people who talk a lot to me, I know about their personality. I don't let them know that I know their personality. But the more you talk to me, the more I know about you.
Which makes perfect sense, because you are opening yourself up to that sort of interaction.
Yeah. And and the people who don't talk in my chat, I don't know nothing about them because they're not talking to me. But when you communicate to me a lot in the chat, I know you. And so it's not going to take 6 months. When you're going to start talking to me again, I'm just going to be, I'm always aware of what everybody says, what everybody does. I don't never bring no attention to it. I'm always aware of what I see. And it just lets me know their personality. That's all that is. So you don't have to check in with me in 6 months. I'll know it as I'm talking to you next week after that, the week after that, the week after that. So you ain't got to check in on me. I'm already going to know what your mindset is if you choose to communicate with me, because you can always cut that off, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing I can do about it. But if you communicate to me, I'm going to already know where you are.
Yeah, and look, I'm saying this in a genuine fashion and not a sycophantic fashion because, well, fuck that shit. The reason I ask you a lot of the questions I do is because I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious about how you see things. This is why I ask you, probably because I do not watch many streams anymore. In fact, they're very rare that I do. I ask you the questions because you're a very distinct person in the fact that you are one of the only African-American women I have seen.
I'm not
to
African.
This day
I don't associate with Africa.
Oh.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll take that back. And you're the only black woman that I have come across who is not only entertaining, does not take shit, but also
I don't. Yeah, true.
Gives such goddamn eloquent what's the word? Eloquent responses to things. And so it started to make me curious. I'm like, okay, interesting. And so, yes, by nature, I kind of want to pick your brain in regards to thoughts about things. That is my curiosity. That is my thing in regards to that. And so, in a way, you being able to pick out how I am, well, yes, I set myself up for that in the sense of I'm opening myself by asking you these questions because my curiosity is there to do so.
Yeah. Well, if you want accountability, you came to the right woman, so we shall see. But yeah, you know what to do. You can always listen to this again and to make sure that you're on the right track. But yeah, now I understand completely with some extra stuff in it, but I kind of figured as much. But now I have brought you to your awareness, and the rest is up to you.
Yeah, and honestly, I do appreciate it because, well, I can only get so much from my own brain. You need an exterior perspective to be able to point something out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So genuinely, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we all have it. Like, I have people in my life that I actually bounce off of, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's only fair for me to do it to other people. So there's that. All right, girl. Well,
so yeah, Sam,
we will
thank you for that. I'm taking over.
Huh?
I'm sorry for taking so much of your time out of your stream.
No.
Thank you so much for that.
We're finished. So you didn't take. Don't ever feel bad about it. It's my show. It's like whenever I'm done, I'm done. And so we're done here now. You know what to do. You've been given the exercises. You've been told the methods to take now. So you should go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, see you in the chat.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, bye. All right. Let me get that video. Let me get out of here. Let me get this video that Aaron gave me. Hello, baby. Do you want to frisk me? I think I got some contrabands in my bra. All right, hold on a second. Let's go to my suspended account. Oh, she got braids on now, huh? Ooh, she sure look angry. All right, let's see what she's saying.
And that black men need to start standing up and correcting the black woman, because if not, we are doomed. Black women are above criticism right now. And I don't know why that is or where it came from, but it needs to stop, because this is why you're seeing us run amok, and it's not helpful. This is why black women can be shaking their ass in a restaurant, and when the owner tries to correct them, they go and ruin his.
Oh, I lost interest. I don't care about the black community. I don't care about the black men. I don't care about the black woman in the black community. That community is toxic. It is self-destructive. You can have these conversations and the ridicules all you want to. Nothing best will come from that community. It is doomed forever and ever. Okay? This is the reason why I don't associate with these people. Like, I don't care what you gonna go over. Like, how many times we gotta go over and over again? Oh, the black man is this, the black women. Because I don't deal with the black community. I don't care what happened to these people. I don't deal with the whole, like, when she started talking about Aaron. By the way, Aaron, I'm not fussing at you. I told you I like this chick, but y'all got to understand, I'm not part of the black community. I'm just not. I don't deal with these people. And when they want to complain about women twerking and men not sticking with their baby mamas, and this is stuff I don't care about. This is stuff that don't affect me. I don't deal with these people like that, all right? I'm not part of the community. And when you start complaining about the black woman this and the black man this, I'm trying to get black men to stop daggone thirsting over me on my channel, knowing that I want nothing to do with them. These are the roaches that are constantly trying to bring down the white men that I am posting on my community page. And I do that as a way of deflection, but because black women, because they have low self-esteem, because black men have a lot of low self-esteem because they come from black women with low self-esteem, they don't know when to take rejection. And they like to come into places where they are not wanted. The more you hate these type of people, the more they love you. The more they want to come and daggone and force their presence on you. And this is why I love, I can't wait. I can't wait till we come back and get, I can't wait till my site is finished, that we can see police mow these people down like we used to in epic fights and police arrests. This, I'm telling you guys, y'all just have no idea. Y'all have no idea how much satisfaction I take to see these criminals get what's coming to them, because I am disgusted by these roaches. I'm disgusted by these people. And it's like they complain about people so much, but yet still they hate the white man, but they beg for the white man to love them. They beg for the white man to accept them. And here it is, a black woman who don't even date black men, okay? All right? Here's a woman who don't even associate with the community, and yet still they keep coming to my channel. But baby, let me tell you something. I love the block feature. I love that block button. I will block these roaches every time, every time, every time. I have no need for them here. I don't even go in their spaces. I don't even talk about the issues that they would be interested in unless they want to come over here and talk about the stuff that I'm interested in as a right winger. Because black people who are on my team are black people who have disconnected, what they're supposed to. If they still connected to the BC, then they just still roaches like everybody else. But if you have disconnected yourself and have gladly shredded your black card, all right, I'm an American. I'm an American, all right? That's my nationality. I have no ties to Africa, all right? Now, if you want to say what type of American, sure, I love black. I love being the color I am. I love my hair. I love my body. I love everything about my darkness, but I am not part of the community. That community is just doomed. It's just doomed. It's like expecting it's like expecting a dog not to lick his balls. All right. How are you going to do that? It's their nature to do that. If it's itching, they're going to go down there and lick it. So I'm like, why would I expect less or different from a community that is made to be this way? It's in their nature. And those of us who can't relate to them, those of us who can't be around them, those of us who have no association with them, we separate ourselves. As a little girl, I knew I was not supposed to be part of that community. I knew I wasn't supposed to be part of the Black community. And I told you guys, they had that free program where they was going to give every child a free instrument that was a grant. And I wanted to play a violin. And these stupid Negroes said that the violin was a white man's instrument. Right there as a little girl, I knew I was in the wrong place. I knew I was not supposed to be in that place. I said, I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. Don't get me wrong. I've never wanted to be white. I love my skin. I love the advantages of my DNA as a Black woman. I love my long hair. That's really mine. Okay, this ain't no yaki weave. This ain't no wig on my hair. My hair in these dreadlocks is my actual hair that came out of my scalp. I love my look. And I would never want to be any other ethnicity, any other race, but the one I am now. The mixture of the various races inside of me. So there's that. I love the skin I'm in. But I will never associate with a toxic community as the Black community. And I want nothing to do with these people. But unfortunately, it doesn't. The feeling is not mutual because they are all about me, honey. But I still like her, though. Don't get me wrong. I like Shamika. But Shamika is part of the Black community. Okay? I love Jeff. Jeff is from Red State. That's my brother from another mother, but he's a Black conservative who's for and from the Black community. I love Felicia too. I love Sonny. I love a lot of these people, but they are one of the things that they understand about me and that they accept about me is that I don't deal with the Black community. I don't like them. What's up, son Kiwi? Where you been? Hi, Tree. Missed you lots. You're a powerful queen. Where you been, son Kiwi? Oh, you in New Zealand. That's right. Oh, man. They tearing y'all up down there with the koofy koof, aren't they? I'm so sorry to hear that about what's happening over there in New Zealand. In New Zealand, I'm so sorry. Okay. Did anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna be going in another 5 minutes. Oh, over one. I've been on. Yeah, I know, girl. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting the name. Every time I see something, Sun Kiwi, I think female. I know. I know you down there in New Zealand. You in Australia. Y'all are crazy. Y'all just, oh my goodness. Woo. Oh Lord. Y'all make me realize how much I am glad to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. I have spent a lot of time sleeping, and early this morning. What are your thoughts on anarchists like Michael Malice? I don't know who Michael Malice is. I keep hearing his name in the right wing side. I don't know who he is. I promise you, who is he? I don't know anything about Michael Malice. I don't know. I never heard of him. I have to do cheerleading training in mass. What? That is so silly, trying to train in a mask. That's going to have some consequences on your lungs. I'm sorry to let you know that. You better get one of these. Oh, I can't talk about that on YouTube. Sorry. I'm going to have to talk about that on one of my other streams. There are some of these masks out here that you can actually breathe through. But I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know. It's illegal to not wear a mask indoors. You'll be arrested in New Zealand. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. He wrote the Anarchist Handbook, but I think you would hate him. How is he right-wing then? No, Sun Kiwi, I know you're not kidding. I know what's going on in Australia and New Zealand. What are you talking about? You ain't got to convince me. I already know about this. I already know what's happening over there. I'm not doubting you, not at all. Not at all. However, I will say this, okay? I will say this. I would not put myself in health condition in a situation which is going to cause me some health problems in the future because my daggone country done lost his mind. All right, he talks a lot about North Korea, yet hardly talks about the CCP. I don't know who these people are. It's amazing. Sun Dormant has got a point. Sun Dormant says, Aaron, why do you keep bringing up crazy people? Because Aaron is a centrist. This is what centrists do. Centrists gather. Let me tell you what centrists do. Centrists will go in the world and then they'll take a basket and they'll see some tulips and they'll go, "Ooh, some tulips," and they'll put tulips in their basket, and they'll see some dandelions and they'll go, "Ooh, some dandelions," and they put some dandelions in there. Then they'll see some rabbit doo-doo and they'll go, "Ooh, rabbit poo-poo," and they'll put rabbit poo-poo in their basket. And then they'll see some poison ivy and they'll go, "Ooh, poison ivy." Then they put poison ivy in their daggone basket. And then they see some roses and they go, "Ooh, roses," and they put some roses in their daggone basket. And then they'll see a dead rat and they'll go, "Ooh, a dead rat." Then they put a dead rat in their basket. This is the centrist. This is what centrists do. That's what they do. They get a little bit of everything, treasure and trash. And then you know what centrist reminds me? Centrist reminds me of my beloved cat that passed away. My beloved cat, I let my beloved cat out one day. Okay, I thought that she was trained, but that was the last time I let her outside that front door. From then on out, I will only let her out the back door from then on out. But my beloved cat, who's no longer here with me, my beloved cat went outside. I let her outside. And then I don't know where she was. So I was upset. But I left the door open because I couldn't find her. So I was thinking like she'll eventually come home. All right. So she came home, and she came home with a barely alive mouse in her mouth. And she dropped that sucker on my floor and looked at me and go, "Look!" And I lost my mind. And the mouse was like jerking. It was jerking and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was running around class. I just could not believe that she brought that in my house. So I went into the bathroom. And of course I had a really cool neighbor at the time, all right? And I had my neighbor come in and get that damn thing off my floor, okay? Now, my kitty cat was thinking that she was bringing me a nice present, all right? Yeah, exactly. She thought she brought me something that she thought that I would enjoy because she enjoyed it, but I was really disgusted by it. That's what centrists are. Okay, that's what centrists are. That centrists will bring you disgusting disgusting, half-dead things to you, thinking that you're going to enjoy it because they enjoy it. That is what centrists are. That's what I'm talking about. That's a centrist. And my dad going second channel is filled with that. This is why Tree is vegan. No, I wasn't vegan at the time. I've been vegan long time ago. But my cat passed away in 2010. I was already a vegan when that happened. To be honest, I mentioned Malice because he's been converting these fake conservatives to being anarchists and anti-government. This may be a good sign in terms of staying away from the right, but you may correct me. This is something that you're bringing up that's very, hold on, let me just say this. Okay. I do want to address this because I've noticed that with my brother, like Eric July, I love that brother. I don't like his takes for the most part, except on the Koofy Koof. He is spot on. When it comes to comics, he's spot on. But when it comes to America, when it comes to the police, the military, when it comes to ANCAP, I don't like it. But he is saying, and I believe him, I don't think he's wrong. He is saying he's now getting these conservatives to believe into the ANCAP mentality of getting rid of the government. Now, I was thinking along these lines like, who are these so-called conservatives? Because I told you, people use the word conservatives too loosely. You could never get me to embrace anarcho-capitalism. You could never get me to embrace that. You could never get me to embrace no taxes. I'm okay with taxes. I just want little taxes. And you'll never get me to embrace getting rid of the police. So I want to know who these conservatives are. And so when I ask these people, who are these so-called conservatives, they always mention centrists or libertarians and Trump supporters. These people are not considered conservatives in my eyes, hence why I call myself a right-winger and been calling myself one for the last 4 years, because the word conservative have been watered down. So when I hear people say, yeah, I'm converting conservatives, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like when people say Hunter Avalon was a conservative, no, he wasn't. He was a centrist. He was a centrist who didn't like Islam. Big deal. There's a lot of evangelicalists that are demon rats who don't like Islam either. So I don't understand this whole thing about, oh, they're converting this. This is what these people do. And I'm telling you, just a certain type of intelligent level I have that other people don't have. When I used to hear liberals constantly talk about how they converted right-wingers to be liberals, there was one time, this happened 2 years ago, okay? This happened 2 years ago on Twitch. There was I'm not going to mention his name, but he had this one guy who was on his show saying, yeah, I used to be a right-winger, and then I used to watch your videos, and then I noticed how you used to own the conservatives, and you used to own these people, own that people, and then that's when I became a liberal. So I typed, this is BS in the chat, in this person's chat. And so I was invited on to talk to this person to tell him why he is a liar. And I would just ask the basic questions. And I would say, now I need to see evidence of this, because it's easy to come up in here and say, oh, I used to be this and used to be that. See, I could never say I used to be a supporter of Black Lives Matter, and then all of a sudden when I started seeing how they would treat the police, now I'm a right winger. I could never get away with that lie. You know why? There are too much evidence, and there's too much of my videos and audio podcasts where I have never supported Black Lives Matter. Never, ever, 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 ever supported them. Ever supported them. Never supported them. You know what I mean? So since I never supported them, I can't get away with these lies. Like, so when you got these people who don't have no digital footprint, no video proof, no clubs, no nothing, then it's easy for them to lie. And I pointed that out. I said, you have no proof that you were ever a conservative. You have no proof that you were ever a right winger. And then when I asked them questions about, well, a simple question like this. Here's a simple question. What does GOP stand for? He couldn't tell me. Then I tell him, I said, okay, well, tell me, how do you feel about the Second Amendment? Oh, I agree with the Second Amendment. So do you agree we should not really have any gun control at all? Well, I never was for that. So the more I question these people, I always realize that they were always liberals. You have people who have been liberals, and because the liberals have gone so crazy to the left that they now have considered themselves conservatives because liberals call them conservatives. So I never ever take anybody seriously who say, oh, I convert these conservatives to be anarchists. I basically convert these conservatives to be ANCAP, because these are no different claims of liberals talking about something. I converted conservatives and Republicans to be liberals. Just like I would never listen, and it ain't no hypocrisy with me. This is one thing about me, and nobody can point to any hypocrisy, okay? Just like I don't believe anybody can convert a right winger to be a liberal, a right winger to be ANCAP, or anarchists, okay? I don't believe conservatives can turn liberals into a freaking conservative. So when you see people like Candace Owens, something, I woke up, I was a liberal one day and I woke up a red pill conservative. You a liar, okay? And the same thing with that Biostenko chick, okay? All these people who used to be liberals and now everybody's saying they're conservatives. No, they're still liberals. They're just disenfranchised liberals. So it's like I don't believe nobody can do that to anybody. You can't convert people who are from the extreme opposite sides. Like, I have yet to see anybody say from the Christian community says, I converted somebody who's satanic from the Church of Satan. I have converted them to be a Christian. I've never seen that. I've seen Christians slowly indoctrinate people to get into to Islam. That happened to me, but it didn't happen overnight. You understand? It took an entire year for that to happen. For me to leave Christianity to go to Islam. So it's like, it's not something that happens like that. So when people say, oh, I converted this person to be blah, blah, blah. Nah, dude, you ain't do nothing. You a liar. You a freaking liar. I just had an argument with a libtard that said most liberals support guns. They said banning guns is different from gun control. This is what I'm talking about. How could you sit up here and say that these people these people are so low IQ? And what is so amazing is that if you really want to be honest, the whole thing has shifted. Liberals used to be the rational ones. Now they are the authoritarian ones, because Republicans used to, because of the evangelicalists. I just got to be honest, okay? It wasn't all of us. It was the brimstone and fire type of evangelicalists. These are the people who hated gays, who didn't think gay people should get married, and these are the people who were saying that if you don't cover up your body, you're going to go to hell and blah blah. See, these are the ones who were very authoritarian, wanted to destroy rap music and burn rap CDs and stuff like that. It was on our side, and trust me, these people got on my nerves, okay? Especially as a hag. I was like, nah, y'all not getting me. I'm not getting rid of my boys, okay? I love my boys. They are not going nowhere, okay? I don't care. You can say I'm a fake right winger, a fake conservative, all you want to. I'm not giving up my boy, okay? I don't have a problem with gay men. Not at all. And I ain't giving them up. Daggone it. But the thing about it is that it has switched. And just got a new hustle. You got a new hustle that's coming up for these new grifters that got to have a new gimmick. Got to have a new gimmick coming in there. And that's what's happening right now. So if I don't know these people, maybe I do know him and I looked at what he was about and I saw a grift and I just kept it moving. But then again, there's a strong chance I don't know who he is anyway. There is a strong chance I don't know who he is. I just don't know. Okay, like here's something that's going to shock you guys. I had no idea who Grimes was until I decided to do some history, like when everybody was talking about her on Twitter, reading the book of Marks, and I looked at what she was wearing. I said, who is this woman? And then come to find out that's not her real name. Well, that's her legal name now, but that was not her birth name. And then come to find out that was Elon Musk's baby mama. And this woman didn't believe in giving her son pronouns. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she's one of these, and this is what I'm talking about, these stupid type of men, you know what I'm saying? Having babies by these type of women. Then they want to sit up here and talk about some thought. I'm like, how can somebody as rich as Elon Musk lay down with a liberal woman like this who don't believe who don't believe in gender? You talk to Elon Musk says, I have a son. You talk to Grimes says, we have a child. Non-binary. I still rewatch the most recent Treehouse debates. LOL. Don't know why I like them so much. I just love when you put these debates in place. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret because it's on this channel. If people decide when I was inviting Archer and Archer kept counseling on me, I stopped inviting him. Okay. And now don't get me wrong, GSU Gambit was somebody that Grimace, insists that I bring onto the panel. I didn't look for GSU Gambit. But I'm gonna tell you my method here. When people leave the panel, they will not be replaced. Because in the end, I want it to be 6 instead of 8 of them. Actually, having it be just 4 would be ideal, but there are a lot of these guys I like. So BJ is gone. He's not going to be replaced. Anybody else leave, they're not going to be replaced either. That is my end goal. I'm not going to replace these guys when they leave because I want to downsize that panel. So I'm just letting y'all know that. So don't be surprised if I turn it up a little bit in the panel. Because, I like Phalix there because Phalix don't really take up any room. I like Rafik there because Rafik is like an old wise man, even though he's not old. But he speaks when he can. And he doesn't have to feel the need to get in there. But everybody else is like giving their egos, and it's about see me, I'm gonna talk about me, blah blah blah. And there's that. So it is what it is. But that's my goal. And I've been wanting. I decided that when Archer. But see, now Trip says that Archer does want to come back on the show. I should ask him. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I don't know. That last debate made me realize how the Bear and Tree show was coming to an end. Actually, yeah, that was the beginning of the end right then and there. BJ looked like he regretted crossing paths with you and when you call out his thirst. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm not hard to read, okay? I talk about what I don't like in people all the time. I'd say I don't like thirsty people. I don't like when people I don't like when people kowtow to the left. I don't like weakness. I don't like when Christians come to places and just bring their Bibles and not their guns. I'm open about what I don't like. And then if you pretend to be other than what if you try to pretend to be something else and then it's revealed to me that you are the very thing I don't like, then that's going to be a problem. It's just going to be a problem. Oh yeah, I remember Archer's brother during an older debate. I refuse to bow down to submission to them soy boys. I hear that. Yeah, I mean, it was on the wall right then and there. Because I think you guys should, in hindsight right now, though, if you go look at that, you can go back and see I was willing to burn that bridge. Because when I saw that whole, oh, you're being emotional, and I hated the thirst. I hated that. You know, it was getting on my nerves. Y'all should know me by now, knowing that I cannot have somebody like that too close to me. I can't respect somebody like that. I mean, come on, let's be honest. How could I respect someone that will just accept anybody whether they're toxic, whether they're dysfunctional, whether they're mentally ill, just to have them on our team? That makes you're not exclusive anymore. I'm exclusive. I'm a very exclusive person. I just don't want anybody on my team. This is the reason why. That's another reason why I come after people in my comment section. Because if I see something that I think is dysfunctional to my brand, I get rid of them. I come after them and I'll either make them leave or I'll ban them altogether. Hey Tree, that's why I sent you that donation during the debate. I had a feeling the Bear and Tree show would go haywire, and you're right. Y'all are not silly. Y'all saw that coming. Y'all saw that. But I will be honest. Hold on. Let me be honest, okay? I did let it go. Like when we had that big falling out on the debate show, I let it go. I actually was like, I'm going to act like a guy and I'm going to let that go. Did I forget about it? No, but I did let it go. And so when we were doing fine. We were doing so well. Even when we were talking with the Dr. Common Sense, it wasn't until an hour before the show. That's how quick it ended. Everything was fine between us until the hour before the show. An hour before the show, he waited 24 hours to respond to me after I was telling him remember, we are a professional show. You can't do a show. Where we can't have you shirtless. We have to have you. We have to have you covered up. Even I'm not going to show my cleavage. You see what I'm saying? So in order for us to take that image and make it into a cartoon, we can't have you like with a tank top or have you without a shirt on. And that offended him to the point where he waited 24 hours to say, oh, well, I'm still learning you. Whatever, we'll do it the way you wanted to do. And that was gaslighting me because we had already made a conclusion that this was going to be a political show. Now you want to act like it was just my idea? I don't even like certain anime anymore because of one of my What, Miss Midnight? I knew that show was going to end by the second episode. Something was just off by that. Yeah, it was obvious. Like, for example, look at this. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all something. This is what I'm talking about. How serious I was. Like, if we're going to do this, we might as well do this. Like, I just got the thing from the artist for this. There's nothing. Notice, there's no cleavage showing. No nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm fully clothed. I'm fully clothed. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, if I'm not going to sex it up in a cartoon, you can't sex it up either. And this is what I was going for. I was like, look, we can make it look more professional, all right? And that you can basically have it looking like this. This is what I was talking about. It was like, now this is my new logo. This is my new logo. I didn't create this. I gave them the idea. So I know what looks good. Let me get rid of this. I know what looks good. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. I know what makes something look good. You know what I'm saying? I know when when you're dealing with a political show, you can't sit up here and be showing no skin like that, dude. So I guess because I didn't want to show his muscles or something or whatever, that pissed him off, you know. So now he wants to play that passive aggressive thing by gaslighting me, telling myself, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll have a shirt on next time, you know, because I'm still learning the way you want this show. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? We had this conversation already. We talked about this. What are you talking about? We talked about this. Jeez Louise. What happened to the logo where we voted for the assault rifle over the word and the shield? I changed my mind because the reason I didn't want people to think that this was going to be a show about guns. What you laughing for? I didn't say that to be funny, that shizzle. I did change my mind. No, I just didn't want the show to be about people coming there and thinking it was going to be about guns. Why are y'all laughing? His attractiveness is subjective. I don't know what the other thirsty gay men see. He's a doormat and very service level and intellect. Hard pass, not entertaining. Oh, I see. This logo still looks awesome, though. Oh, thank. Yeah. I didn't want people to see if I looked at the way I wanted to have that with the rifle in the hand, and I said, no, people gonna think this is a gun show. I said, with me holding, if you really look at it, there's a metaphysical, let me get back to that logo. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just a metaphysical thing. There's a metaphysical thing if you really look at it, right? There's some symbolic, there's a symbolic, there's hidden symbolic meaning in this entire image, okay? To where, all right, first of all, the tree show is all in glitz and glamour, okay? So it's flashy. It's like it draws you in. If you really look at it, it's actually a front. It's like it's entertainment. It gives you this false image that it's an entertainment show, but behind it is me with a crown on my head, okay, because I'm the queen bee. But in my left hand is fire, meaning that I will throw this at you. I will bring this to you. I will light your ass on fire. Okay, and you won't see it coming because you think this is a welcome to the tree show. It's like you have no idea that the woman behind this is here to light you up. Is here to, but I don't have to light you up unless you don't come to me with foolishness. But I also bring the fire. I also bring the hotness. I'm bringing that spicy take. I'm bringing that edginess. And it's held in my left hand, which is the feminine hand. And I'm using my femininity, okay, to hide that, to bring that in, because when people see me when I don't talk, okay, I give them the impression that I'm this nice and gentle and kind person. It's until I open my mouth that they get that shock factor. So the imagery has a lot of meaning behind it in what you think, guys. And that is what the tree show is all about. The tree show is going to be different than the treehouse show, because the tree show deals with me reacting, deals with me talking about a political stance on certain things, like the Dave Chappelle show, with me looking at the libs of TikTok, with me looking at people talking about Marxism, and people pretending to be these left wingers, pretending to be commies, and when they really are, and who hate capitalism. You know what I'm saying? It is that I'm being deceptive. If I'm really honest, this picture is showing that, hey, I am obvious with my deception, but if you don't see it for what it is, like, meaning I'm pretending to just be a regular old entertaining spotlight star-studded show, but I'm bringing that fire to you. I'm bringing that edginess to you. And just like with this image, let's look at this image, right? Look at this image. This is me with a halo above my head with my head bowed down. I'm giving people the image like, oh, I'm humble, I'm an angel, I'm submissive. It's a deception. I am nothing like this image. And I do that on purpose. People don't catch it though. People don't catch it. People don't catch the imagery. They see this because you rarely see it. You see what I'm saying? So when I know I'm talking about relationships, when I know I'm talking about traditionalism, right? That was the reason why I told the artist, I said, hey, oh, I gotta scratch my back right here. I told the artist, listen, I said, first of all, I want to have a tank top. I want the cleavage to be subtle, but there. I said, I want you to have my hair in braids, but I don't want my hair in my face. I said, I want to be eyes shut, head slightly bowed. And I want a side view, okay? So you don't see my complete look. And I want a halo above my head to give this impression that I'm an angel, that I'm a submissive, passive, obedient angel. And that's what it is. It's really, if you really think about it, right? It's nothing about who I am. It's really who I am to my king. All right. But not to my audience. That image, yes, submissive to my king. I am an angel to my king. All right. But not to my audience. I'm totally nothing like that. And this is like, this is the type of thing that I would like women to be with their men in their relationship. But, you know, it was a deceptive type of thing to your average person who's like, oh, look at the passive little black woman. I think I can come over here and talk any kind of way to her. And then all of a sudden you get cussed out. You get called roaches. You get called Tyrones and Ray Rays, and then it just shocks them. They don't even see it coming. So there's that. I'm pretty open about what I want, and if you really know me, you see why I do what I do. So, but every symbol I use, like in the beginning when I first came on, when it is a trap, actually, it is a trap. When I first started on YouTube, what did I use? When I first started YouTube, what was the symbol I used, guys? I don't use it no more like I used to, but what was my, y'all should know this one. It's an easy one. What was the symbol I always used to represent me? Let's see if anybody remember. Do we have any old, we got some old school people in here. There you go. Wonder Woman. A black Wonder Woman. A black Wonder Woman. I used a black Wonder Woman. Very busty. Because I did identify as a black Wonder Woman. A woman who came from a land of Amazons. Who had a very powerful, she looked dainty and feminine, but, she was very powerful to fight her enemies. I have outgrown that image now. So, and I noticed I outgrown that. I noticed I outgrew that image this year because of the COVID situation. I don't relate to that image anymore. And so I'm now going into another image that I'm doing now. So there is that. I'm actually a really sassy person, which throws people off because I have a baby face and a quite, there you go, Miss Midnight. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I have over talked my time. I was supposed to hang up with you guys 30 minutes ago, and I'm still talking with you. What's going on? What's this all about? All right, well, this has been, hey, y'all been liking this? This whole thing where they, I think I'm going to subscribe to this channel. The whole thing where you get to watch this Tokyo stuff walk. This is pretty interesting. So this is a good thing to talk about it and have this in the background. So there's that. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to keep it that way. So anyway, yeah, I love you guys. You guys are my taters. I love you. All right, guys. So listen, I'm going to go. Oh, I got to see if I'm going to upload a video tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We'll have to see, but I got to clean up. Tomorrow's going to be the day with the king, with my king. So I got to clean up my own house here. So, Tommy, where you been? I ain't seen you all. I seen Elwick. That's Shizzle. I always see that Shizzle. But I ain't seen you. You usually talk. Anyway, here and there. Oh, you got it like that. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, guys. I'll see you all Sunday on my political channel, okay? So Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.